Wow. Okay, I am still very taken aback by this reveal. It's going against many of the theories and headcanons we've held dear in this community for so long. Whew. Alright, before I go any further with this, please be aware that I'm about to spoil a bit of recent news about the upcoming MLP Season 7. You have been warned. Okay, we all good? Then, without further ado, we've just received word that Season 7 is going to involve both Rainbow Dash's parents as well as, get this, Applejack's parents. Apparently their names are going to be Windy Whistles and Bow Hot Hoof for Rainbow Dash's parents, bit of a mouthful there, and Bright Mac and Pear Butter for Applejack's parents, along with Old Grandpear, who I assume is a grandparent. And to top it all off, Applejack's mother is going to sing a Romeo and Juliet style song about how she fell in love during a flashback. Okay, first question. Where have Applejack's parents been all this time? We've never seen them on the farm, never seen them during any of the flashbacks. We didn't even see them when Apple Bloom finally got her cutie mark. What have they been doing? At least with Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy, I can accept that we wouldn't see their parents for so long. They're out on their own. They have responsibilities that don't have anything to do with the rest of their families. But in the case of the Apple Farm, which has had so many of its own problems over the years, and especially in the case of raising little Apple Bloom, wouldn't their parents want to be around for even just a little while here and there? Okay, I got that out of my system. Let's try to think about this new information with a few different perspectives. First up, Applejack's mother is going to sing a Romeo and Juliet style song about how she fell in love during a flashback. So, does that mean we'll have a bitter rivalry going on between the Apple family and this new Pear family? A young Bright Mac and a young Pear Butter falling in love amongst the constant bickering. Of course, we can't have it end like the original Romeo and Juliet story because, one, this is a kids' show and having young lovers take their own lives would be really pushing it, and two, they would both have to live long enough to bear 3 children. So, regardless of whether both parents are still around today, which seems likely now that we have confirmation that all the rest of the main 6's parents are still kicking, I am open to the possibility that perhaps Bright Mac might have passed on at this point, and perhaps this old grandpear was particularly insistent that Pear Butter come back home to help with her own family. It's a stretch, but at least it's something to help explain why the Apple parents haven't been around. As for Rainbow Dash's parents, I got nothing. It's interesting to hear their names, and I assume that Windy Whistles is her father, because otherwise, Bow Hot Hoof? I'd have a lot of questions if that was the case. At any rate, I have to say the MLP staff are going to have to come up with a really good excuse as to why the Apple parents have been out of the picture all this time. This little tidbit about Season 7 is already messing with a lot of beloved fanworks all across the community. So they got their work cut out for them. What do you think, though? What sort of story do you suppose would involve the Apple parents and even grandparents? Would Rainbow's family have any connection with such a story? Or do they have an entirely different episode of their own? I would like to hear your thoughts on the upcoming My Little Pony Season 7. And here's hoping we get an official release date sometime soon. I know it's supposed to be in April at some point, but nothing beyond that as of yet. Until next time, I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.